Here we go.
Got everything?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Here, honey. An offering for the king.
See you later, Mom.
Listen to your teacher, okay? And, give the king my best.
Dance with an angel, Mom.
Yeah. Maybe we'll tango today instead of waltz. That's our way of saying goodbye. My husband is an Air Force pilot and refers to fighter planes as angels. When he'd go on a mission that kept him away from home, I'd tell him in frustration to go dance with his angels. Matilda grew up hearing this, and now she uses it all the time. There's a nice view of the King's Bridge from our house. That iron giant is the pride of Gracemeria, our capital city. In the old quarter of the city beyond the bridge, you can make out an ancient castle, which is even more famous than the bridge. My daughter Matilda is going there on a field trip today. In the throne room rests the Golden King. He's been smiling for a good 600 years now. The king was a gentle person who was a bit on the small side, but he crafted a giant suit of armor that convinced his enemies to surrender without a single fight. Afterwards, they found such warmth in his smile that they bowed down to him in humility. Anyway, that's how the story goes. His smiling face still touches the hearts of our people. The very face my daughter and the others got on a bus to see this morning.
That was a brand new day.
The song on the radio seems to be a perfect match for the sunny weather.
Radio's taking all of your favorite requests.
I have no idea what's happening. That awful sound and the shaking. Was that a blast of wind from an explosion? The castle disappeared behind a pillar of flame.
Attention all pilots. Our capital city, Gracemeria, is under attack by unknown aircraft. Damage from the attacks is widespread throughout the city. All planes scramble and intercept all threats immediately.
Garuda team, time to take off.
They took out King's Bridge! Who's attacking? What the hell is going on? Control, get those planes up fast. Roger that. Preparing for takeoff. I want a damage assessment now. We've taken extensive damage from those bombers, including a number of civilian casualties. What's going on with the bombers? We can't hold out much situation has not yet been ascertained. We must implement an emergency reformation. Follow your individual instructions. Garuda 1, you do not have a wingman. Let's see. Shamrock. Shamrock, are you alone too? Very well. As of now, you're Garuda 2. Okay. So I'm Garuda 2. Garuda 1, I've got your back. No time for introductions now, though. Go ahead and I'll follow your lead. Never was good with directions anyhow. Garuda Team, you are authorized to engage any hostile aircraft above Gracemeria. Roger that. May the Golden King smile upon us.
Talisman and Garuda 2 Shamrock. We are currently in a state of emergency. Our nation is under attack by unknown forces. Do whatever you can to fend off the invasion.
Garuda 2, roger that. Garuda 1, you call the shots.
This is Commander Whitlover of the 15th Squadron. The enemy is expanding its field of attack. Stay alert.
Garuda 1, there's too many of them. Use your SP weapon.
All ships determining enemy forces over the bay. Critical citizen aircraft ready for battle.
Enemies are cowering like babies. Focus all anti-aircraft fire on those bombers. Don't let them get any closer.
We've got an ID on the invaders. We're engaged with the Estovakian military.
The Estovakians? We've got between shells for years. Looks like they're flying stacked. The airports really saved our lives.
We interrupt this program for an emergency news report. Gracemeria is currently under attack by unidentified aircraft. The damage apparently extends throughout the entire capital.
I've been straight. Let's do that.
Our runway's been bombed to hell. It's totally useless now.
The Estovakian threat level has been reduced. You should be able to hold out against them.
Garuda 1, we've almost got them. Let's do this one plane at a time.
Enemy missile launch. Jake. Enemy tanks have made it to the ground and they're coming at us. Prepare to engage. Some of these bastards think they can barge into someone's house without even calling first.
Unbelievable. I say we teach them a few manners before we kick them out.
Get him. Get right.
Roger. Heading over to engage the enemy.
The bridge is down! Calm down and give me a sit rep. Which bridge are we talking about? Call the tank company advance. Keep those airborne tanks from moving in. That's marvelous work. Take care of as many of those tanks as you can while they're up in the air. It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Shoot them down so they can never do this again. An intense round survive. Taking place in the East District. We strongly urge all citizens of Gracemeria to stay indoors at this time.
Garuda Team, watch your necks out there. Stick with close-range targets and run them down. Missile evaded.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you! I missed.
That's what I like to hear. Our air force is holding down the enemy. Keep it up.
The Estovakian threat level is even lower now. Drive them out of Ameria.
Saigon to Strigan team. We are prepared to launch.
Strigan leader to Agayan. We will commence mission operations once your delivery is complete.
Attention all aircraft. We are ready for Nimbus launch. Begin the countdown. Booster ignition complete. Launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire!
following Nimbus impact. Finish them off.
What's this? Missiles?
Number 3, your radio's down. Number 3, where are you? Somebody knows. Missiles dead in midair. Half our planes have been wiped off the radar.
What the hell was that? Where are they coming from?
Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Those are no ordinary cruise missiles. Evade like hell if you want it up as a light.
Damn it! What about our city? What about Gracemeria?
This is the west sector of the old quarter. What the hell was that?
Isn't your IFF working?
What the hell?
Warning, additional enemy planes have been spotted on radar. You don't want to know how many.
This is Striker 12. Target acquired. Moving to engage. Calling all civilian planes. Gracemeria shall be ours for the taking. Roger.
A large-scale explosion has apparently occurred in midair. No further details as yet. I repeat.
Which direction are the missiles coming from? Right or left?
What the hell's happening?
This is Ghost Eye to all planes. Air Defense Command has ordered an evacuation. You've been ordered to give up Gracemeria. Break away from this airspace and head west.
Are you out of your mind? We can't comply with that order.
We are militarily at a huge disadvantage. Comply with the order and head west.
This is Avalanche. We're not going anywhere.
Listen! It's only temporary. The plan is to withdraw with all remaining forces from each area, then regroup for a counterattack. We can't afford to lose you. Follow the order.
Out now. All engines full speed.
This is Garuda 2 to Garuda 1. We really should get out of here.
Target kill confirmed. That's it, Russia. Looking good. We're going to sweep up area under the rock.
I'm taking heavy damage, bailing out.
I can't figure these guys out.
How they shake me off?
Garuda team, break away from this airspace and head west.
Gotta stick together.
Shamrock, Fox 3!
We're going underground. Hurry!
Garuda team, you're about to exit the combat zone. Maintain your course west to leave the airspace.
We took a missile. My bird is fried. A missile alert? Where was it fired from?
Garuda team, you've made it out of the combat zone. Head for the rendezvous point.
I promise we'll be back for you. Just a little longer. I promise.
Reinforcements, stay alert.
Our military has escaped destruction because of your valiant efforts on the battlefield. But our capital, Gracemeria, has been temporarily occupied by Estavakian forces, and our central government has been usurped by them as well. The nation of Estavakia had declared war with our country as it simultaneously launched a surprise attack on Gracemeria. In response, the Republic of Emeria's Political Council unanimously adopted a resolution of open war against the Federal Republic of Estavakia. Our forces remaining on the Emerian mainland are still fighting in desperation to protect our country. Once our intelligence has been sorted and confirmed, the Republic of Emeria's armed forces must immediately regroup and counterattack against the Federal Republic of Estavakia. The beautiful country of Emeria belongs to us, and only us, the Emerian people.
Fire and smoke rises from the city before me. The King's Bridge is gone. Oh no. No! Matilda! I vaguely hear a scream of terror that sounds much like my own voice from afar. I feel as though the Golden King's gentle smile is moving farther away from me. Every now and then, I'd tell my daughter the story of the night some years ago. A night when the sky was radiant with shooting stars. That night, your father and I made countless wishes together. An asteroid called Ulysses came into Earth's orbit and disintegrated into millions of pieces, which poured down on the land below. As we watched the shooting stars that night, fragments from the asteroid rained down on our eastern neighbor, Estovakia, damaging a great deal of their infrastructure and devastating their economy. Soon after, the news reported that their nation had fallen into a civil war, one that would last for years. Eventually, the internal strife was brought to an end when the generals came into power. In the midst of hardship, the citizens of Estovakia were convinced that the only way they could recover as a nation was to rely on a military government led by these generals. Before long, they went so far as to invade our nation, the Republic of Ameria. Our military was forced to retreat to Kesid, an island far to the west. My husband, a fighter pilot, also hasn't come home since.